We're good to go. Go ahead.
All right. To conduct this meeting wholly electronically and to effectuate both emergency procedures authorized by FOIA and the emergency ordinance, this board needs to make certain findings and determinations for the record. It's a bit cumbersome, so I ask you in advance for your patience. First, because each member of this board is participating in this meeting from a separate location. We must verify that a quorum of members is participating and each member's voice is clear, audible, and appropriate time for all of the other members. Accordingly, I'm going to conduct a roll call and ask each board member participating in this meeting to state your name, location from which you're participating. I ask each of you to pay close attention and ensure you can hear each of your colleagues. Following this roll call, we will vote to establish that every member can hear every other member. So roll call: Lynn Garvey Hodge, Fairfax County. Esther
McCullough, Herndon.
Okay, wonderful. Mike
Michael Irwin, Fairfax.
All right. Mary
Lipsey, Springfield.
Wonderful. Liz
Crowell, Alexandria.
And Jordan. Jordan, you still there?
Muted. Jordan's muted.
Okay, Jordan, unmute.
Jordan Tannenbaum, Fairfax.
Okay, perfect. All right. Did I miss anybody? Okay.
When the roll call is for all members, and then you note absent.
Oh, okay. All right. So then, let's see. We don't have here Phyllis Walker Ford, absent. David Meyer, absent. Cheryl Ann Rapetti, absent. Sally Lyons, absent. Ann Barnes, absent.
Thank you.
I do that okay? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, I'll pass the gavel to the vice chair so I can make the requisite motion. I move each member's voice be adequately heard by each other member of the board. That's, somebody want to second that?
I second it.
Okay. All right. All in favor of having everybody be heard? Aye.
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 Second, having established each member's voice may be heard by every member, we must next establish the nature of the emergency that compels these emergency procedures. In fact, we are meeting electronically, what type of electronic communication is being used, and how we've arranged for public access to this meeting. Therefore, I move that the state of emergency caused by the COVID-19 pandemic makes it unsafe for this board to physically assemble and unsafe for the public to physically attend any such meeting, and that as such, FOIA's usual procedures which require the physical assembly of this board and the physical presence of the public cannot be implemented safely or practically. I further move this board may conduct this meeting electronically through a dedicated phone line, and the public may access this meeting by WebEx virtual meeting, and Denise has those numbers.
Calling 1-408-418-9388 with event number 129-461-2638.
Okay, it's so moved. Can we have a
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, fine. Finally, it's required all the matters addressed on today's agenda must address the state of emergency itself, or necessary for continuity of Fairfax County government, and are statutorily required or necessary to continue operations in the discharge of this board's lawful duties and responsibilities. It's so moved. Okay, I'm gonna give the gavel back to myself. Okay, I think that's it, Denise, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let me get out of that. I don't need that right now. Let me go back and do my split screen. Oopsie. I think I need to go back. No. Oh, I went back too far. Oh, my goodness. All right, help me do a split screen here again then, Denise. I've got.
So just again, hover over the icon with the square and the arrow.
Oh, but it says you're sharing Microsoft Word, so I must still be able to do that.
We're looking at a black screen.
That's all you guys are looking at? Okay, so
Yep.
let me see if I can find what I was using here.
I recommend stop sharing your screen and then restart it. I've had the most success with that.
Did that just come up?
There we go. You got it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep,
then
got
let's just let it be for a minute, and then I will minimize this off to the side. Okay, you guys can see. Let's see, can you see it all? It's not all on my screen. Well, okay. I think
We see, do we
video.
want to have a video playing while waiting? That's where it starts.
It actually, it's bigger than that, but I don't know why the rest of the picture's not there. It's got a whole thing, you know, with everything that, with our new name on it. You know what? Let me get out of here and see if I can go back into it. Now, oops. Reduce stop application swearing. Okay, was ended. Okay, let me try it again. Why is it not showing? I know I have it up. I have it up. Here we go. Why is it not showing the whole thing? This is crazy. All right, we just won't worry about it. I have new title on it the way we had recommended before. And I have that printed out for us with it being our history. You may remember that's what we changed it to, the rest of our story. Votes for women, the rest of our story, the passage of the 19th Amendment. That is what is in the header. Apparently this isn't reading the header. So this is pretty much a summary of what we talked about last time. Mary, and don't look at the times on the left-hand side because we have.
Can you put it back, Lynn?
What's that?
You
Do you not
don't
have it
You're
up?
not showing it.
Oh no. Let's see, I can see it on mine. Okay. Go get it again. Get it here. Is that not showing? Yes, I'll look at those next time. Come on, come on, come on, come on, Word. I just want to make sure our title's right because I'm going to need to use this over and over again. Agenda for 11:14. It just keeps cutting. The heck is that? Don't need that. No. Just keeps cutting the header off. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'll have to send it to you. Because it's got, you know, how I typically do the seal of the county and all of that, the 16th annual, the dates and all of that. I'll send it to you.
So can we just look at the times?
Yes, I
Just
think
tell us
that,
what you have, yeah.
so let's take a look at that. And then the other thing, I want to take a look at the questions I've sent. Mary did a beautiful job of summarizing them last time. I've sent them all to Pam. I've heard nothing back. So I'm,
Okay, you still need to put it up. Share the screen.
oh, I thought I did. Is it there?
Yes,
Okay,
thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you for catching that, Esther. So Mary, let's just begin with you. How much time would you like? The untold stories and those who could not vote. We had you for 11 to 11:30.
I think 15 to 20 minutes will be fine.
All right, then we need to make you, let's make you 11:20. And then we'll give Alice Reagan at least 30 minutes. So that would be 11:20 till 11:20 till 11:50. And then after that, we do that break. Remember, we were going to do a break.
Right.
And then after that, we have So the break is going to be like 11:50 till noon. And then we'll have Pat and Bob from noon to 12:30. How's that sound?
Sounds
Okay.
good.
That sound okay?
That's good.
All
Uh-huh.
right. And then I've asked Pam to figure out how during that lunchtime break, we can be showing videos then. So if people do want to keep their screen on, they can continue to learn and see the two videos that are shown down at Lorton from the Lucy Burns Suffragist Museum. And then from 2 to 2:30, Cipriana, and I should have sent you guys, did you get the PowerPoint? Cipriana's PowerPoint.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right. It's not final, but I think she's done a beautiful job with it, and we just need to figure out how to blend that in.
So from 12:30 to 2 is still the lunch break?
Yes. Yeah. And also a time to see if we can get into a different studio or kind of clean up the studio, do whatever kind of housekeeping we need to adhere to honor the restrictions.
So that's not on the schedule.
No, it's just the bar in the center between Pat and Cipriana. So I'll make that more clear. Esther. Okay. Then, so we'll give Cipriana a half hour. And then I had in my notes that we were going to try to take some time during the afternoon break for some videos, but it seems to me that starting a break from 2 to 2:30 is a little, it's like we haven't sat long enough to have a break. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. I've got a question mark there.
I would agree. I think you don't need a break of a half an hour because they've just been broken for lunch for,
Exactly. They're just fresh back.
yeah.
So if that's the case, then maybe we don't even do a break in the afternoon. I don't know. That's a rhetorical question at the moment. And then I've tried to get in touch with Dr. Daly. How do I say her name, Esther? So I'm saying
Daily.
Okay. To talk about the power of African women working together, which I think would be fantastic. And we were going to give her 2:30 to 3. I don't know. Does she think she might want longer than that, Esther?
I have not made contact yet.
Yeah, and
I left a message at the office.
Okay, and that's what I've done too. And I did get a call back, but I didn't. It didn't stay in my voicemail, and so I don't. I know it's a 571 number. That's all I have. So I need to go through that whole process again. So if you can double up with me on that, Esther, that would be great.
I will.
Okay, thanks. And then it would seem to me if we're going to do a break, that's when to do it, is after Dr. Daly. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's
That'd
right.
be an hour and
Because then that leaves 3 to, I don't know, 3:40. Mary, we were going to have you come back again at the end. Does that still sound?
All I'm going to be doing is the illustrations.
Yeah, you'll be doing some of the illustrations.
If I can do a PowerPoint, yes.
Okay.
Hey, Lana, question. You've got these things ending and starting at that same time. Can you do that because it's virtually, or do you need any space in between the sessions?
I honestly don't know. See, what they might be able to do is cut the camera from one studio to another, and so we just continue. I don't know.
Okay.
This is typically how we've done the agenda. As an MC person, I'll always take a couple of minutes there, but we're just really crunching this time down. So I don't see that MCing. We may even ask each presenter to just present the next presenter. You've seen that done. And you haven't seen that done now virtually. I think it saves a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So that may be how we want to do that. What the rest of you guys think? Presenter introduces.
That works for me.
Okay, that's what they did in Loudon.
And now we don't know yet from Channel 16, has there beginning and ending time, right?
We know we have it all day long.
Okay, all right. So if
We
it
have
went,
it like from 8:30 in the morning until 5:30.
Yeah. okay,
So we should be good on that.
we don't generally put these times out to the public. It's just.
No,
what-
I know. This is just for us right now.
Right.
It's still a
Right.
draft. In fact, I haven't sent any of this to the speakers because I wanted to make sure we were cool on what we decided on. Okay.
So how long will those videos take? We got to put that time in.
Each video is about 20 minutes long, so I need to double check on that. Esther. Time. Okay, those are all good questions. Thank you, guys. Not sure about Edie Mayo yet. That's still a question. I sure would love to have her because she is really the queen of suffragists from the Smithsonian. And then maybe we could wrap up with a short meeting of Mrs. Robert Walker and her hopes for the future. You know, I have a kind of a powerful end to that piece of where I hope we can go, and it can be at times somewhat ironic just to be able to say, you know, my vision is to have a woman of color run for vice president, to have had a man of color being president, you know, because I'll talk as if it were 1921. So that,
I'm looking at the title for that section. Are we gonna work on that?
yes,
All
yeah.
right.
And I think what I want to do with the title for that just yet, Mary, is to get hold of Edie and make sure
Okay.
we're okay with her. Otherwise, it just may be you and I. And a pretty amazing PowerPoint too. I also have a PowerPoint. If you guys have been watching at all any of the pieces I've posted on Facebook, there was a wonderful piece the other day I posted on all the iconography for the suffragists used. And I did a presentation at the Tower Club about a year ago on how the herald was used, like, you know, the MGM lady, or was it 20th Century Fox? No, MGM is Lion, never mind. 20th Century with the almost Statue of Liberty kind of look. That iconic image
That's
of
Columbia. Paramount.
Thank you. Columbia Pictures, okay, was used over and over again and almost an angelic angel too. So,
We also have Columbia, the gem of the ocean,
right, exactly.
and the Statue of Freedom on top of the Capitol.
Right, a lot of female.
A lot of female images.
Yep. So, Mary, do you want to put that in yours since you're doing all the?
I mean, that's all in my book. I've got all of that. those
Do
images
it.
and everything
Okay.
together.
Okay. And since you want to do PowerPoint, I'll share with you some of mine because they turned out really pretty.
So adjusting the time, we've got 2:30 to 2:50 for videos. You said 20 minutes?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. Each video is about 20 minutes long. I don't see showing any more at this point in time than maybe one, and I've got a question mark there. This may also be a 5-minute break with a countdown. Remember, the other thing is we wanted to have a countdown with the names of all the exhibitors from last year, and that's what I worked hard on this afternoon, is trying to get that clear and printed out, because it was sent to me on a legal size document and to transfer it into just regular letter paper was a pain in the butt, and so I never really was able to do it well. But we have about 15 names of different groups that we could show as we have like that countdown time. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Whether or not we do it with logos, or Mary, do you have a logo, for instance, for your little writing group?
For my company, yes.
You do? Okay. Why don't you go ahead and let's start gathering these. Send me that. I bet Greg Wilson has one. I know that Steve Sherman's company has one. I know the Round Table has one. So that's actually something I had hoped to get done today, but I didn't get that list till this afternoon. All right, so that would be what we'll show during the breaks. And then maybe if we're just going to do like a 5-minute break in the morning, or 5 to 10 minute break in the morning. In the afternoon, we just do a 5 to 10 minute break or a 5-minute break. What do you think? I don't want to lose people. If we let the break go too long, we're going to lose people.
Well, they can always get up and move around and we won't know
That's true.
it.
That is very true. Okay.
They're not wedded to their seats.
No, that's true. So shall we make the breaks? The one of the last webinars I went through did have a 5-minute break. And that was long enough for me to go grab, a cup of tea and take a nature break and come back down and sit down. And I was able to do that in like 3 minutes. So
5 minutes is good.
I think 5 minutes is good. Okay, so we'll do 11:50 to 11:55 in the morning. 5 minutes in the afternoon. We'll forget about those videos. And we'll do it after Dr. Daly, and then we'll have kind of a visually enticing wrap up.
You might ask the Lorton Museum if they have a logo.
If they have what?
But if they have a logo that advertises the museum.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a good idea, Mary.
Hi, Cheryl.
Did Cheryl just join us? Now we have
Yes.
a definite quorum. Okay. All right, I've got a bunch of notes here. Let me play with the agenda again and send it back out to you. The questions that Mary had, and anything else about the agenda right now?
Well, just work out the times in the afternoon.
I will do that. And then I'll just make morning break 5 minutes, afternoon break 5 minutes.
So it looks like we're actually ending at 4:30.
Probably, what did I just write down on there? 3:05, probably more like closer to 4. Probably closer
Okay.
to 4. Because this has to be adjusted for the 5-minute breaks now instead of 10. So
Good.
play with that. These were the questions Mary had. Will they be able to broadcast PowerPoints, which of course we need to find out. Can the speaker test the quality? Can we use more than one studio? We talked about that last time. And I had sent this on to Pam almost right after you sent it to me, Mary. So I know they're tapped out right now. What's needed time between speakers, how to handle Q&A, how we're going to do an evaluation sheet, restrictions on beginning and end time. We now know the answer to that. It's like 8:30 to 5:30. Powerful ending. Speakers need a rehearsal since we're going live. Could they come in prior to the taping? Now, it was interesting when I did the one with Lorton, we really didn't have much of a rehearsal. We just made sure everybody knew who was on first. So we never really did a rehearsal.
Well, I was just saying that even if they're using one studio, you got to have time to get the next speaker mic'd up and into a chair.
Yes, exactly.
So there
Exactly.
definitely has to be some time between these speakers.
Right. And it could be, I mean, the studios are really pretty big. It could be we have a chair way off to the side and then another chair off to the other side,
Right.
ready to go. That's kind of how I'm seeing it happen.
It's just the cameramen have to do the adjustment.
Correct. So pretty much all of that is with Pam right now. My hope would be in the next few days, I can drill down and really design kind of a flyer for this. So Mary has sent me a couple of pretty pictures. And Esther, what do you know about are these pictures in public domain? If we had a picture of Ida B. Wells Barnett, for instance, or Mary Church Terrell, are those photographs in the public domain since they're old enough?
I'm not certain of that.
One way that I've done it, Lynn, if you go to wiki.org Wikimedia,
Mhm.
and it will tell you whether they are in the public domain or not.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mary?
Will they give you to a link that will allow you to use it if there is one?
I print out the whole page that tells me it's, and keep it in my records for my books.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's a good
And
idea.
anything that's, like the Puck magazine that I sent that to you from, it is completely out of print, and they weren't copyrighted at that time. So
It's a
they're not,
non-issue.
yeah,
It's a non-issue. Okay. All right. So what did you call that again, Mary?
Wikimedia, WIKI Commons or WIKI Media. I'll send it to you, Lynn.
Perfect. Okay. Great.
There's also Creative Commons, which I think might be the same thing. If you're pulling these images off of the internet, when you do a Google search, you can restrict your search to items that have certain kinds of permissions.
I see.
Also, if you go to Google Images, they will say, a possibility of being copyrighted on them.
Okay.
It puts the onus on you to make sure it's not.
But
Okay.
there's a filter that you can use.
Okay,
Cheryl, can you send that to me, please?
It's not a, I can maybe send you a graphic showing you how to do it.
That's good enough.
Okay.
It's good enough. Thank you.
It's not a link. It's a procedure that when you're doing the search, the way of filtering.
Okay. All right. Well, I've gotten pretty good at that, especially when I run into problems. That's what I do anymore is what happens and how do you fix it? Just do a Google search on that. Okay. Since we have so many questions up in the air from Pam, I don't know that I have anything else for you right now. We've tightened up the agenda. Is there anything else or anyone else we've left off? We didn't even talk through Jeff and Jerry and Paul today. I'll need to have an extensive conversation with Pam and find out how she's gonna. They might be able to live stream. Jeff might be able to live stream Jerry Connelly. I don't know. Same with Paul Gilbert. I just don't know. I don't know how that's going to work with Channel 16. I guess we can all have them there and they could share space if we had to. Okay. You guys, thank you for showing up tonight. I'm trying to think what else I need to show you right now.
is there any need on our part for decorative anything like the banner? Will we use anything that indicates it's Fairfax County? Or
As a
History
backdrop?
Commission?
As a backdrop,
Yes.
what I have is, I thought we could use this behind a number of people. I have the big banner that shows the 36 stars on it. If you saw my video that I did for Loudoun County, I posted on Facebook, that was my backdrop. So we could just kind of use that throughout the day. The other thing that we could use are the sashes that they use for Turning Point. So whoever is a presenter can wear one of those sashes. I think that would be a nice visual piece of connectivity. What do you guys think about that?
It's the purple sash.
Purple sash with the yellow letters on it, vote for women.
That would add something.
It would add some kind of continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The ladies did that for Loudoun. I think that's all I have for right now. I just need to do updates and get back to you. And I apologize for not being more on top of things. I've been very frustrated with this whole concussion thing. But anyway, all right. Any other thoughts other than we need to pick another date? Hopefully I'll get more stuff done between now and then. Yeah.
Can't think of anything.
What's that, Mike?
I can't think of anything at this point.
Okay. All right. So
Yep.
that stuff.
Sounds good, Lynn.
Okay. So here's what I'd like to recommend is we not meet again until Thursday, the 24th. Can that work? Esther, I know Thursday nights sometimes for you are tough.
Let me check my calendar real quick.
I know I can't do it.
You cannot do it, Mary?
No, I'm presenting to the Genealogy Society that evening.
Okay.
And I can't do it either. I've got a program that night, unfortunately.
I think what else we could do. Tuesday, the 29th.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Works for me.
I'm
Yep.
doing a presentation at Blenheim on the 26th. I need to put a lot of energy into. Okay, so 7:30 on the 29th.
On the what?
29.
29th.
Oh, that's better for me because I have a Zoom program on the 24th.
Perfect. All right, good. That worked out a whole lot better for everyone then. So Denise, did you get that for the date? And
You still need to send it to her properly.
Yeah, right. I'm sure I will. I just want to make sure she knows.
Okay, the 29th at
7:30.
7:30. Got it. Okay, and I don't know what happened. I couldn't even find the emails.
Oh,
Well, we're going to start a new procedure to do a kind of a last minute reminder that has the connection in it. So you don't have to go back into your emails and try to find out what it was. So
Okay.
stay tuned for that. That'll help everybody, I think.
yeah, I thought Denise did that today. I received a
Yeah,
second.
she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got no emails this afternoon until about 4:30, and then they started coming in. So it was probably there.
Something's going on.
Yeah, some of it is my setup here is where I'm in a building where I know everybody is on at certain points of the day, and very, very difficult to sustain. I don't think the bandwidth is for the Wi-Fi's is big enough. So I think that's part of what it is. All right, guys. Thanks a million.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you.
Sleep
Good
tight.
job.
Have a good night.
Okay. Take good care, you guys.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for waiting.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good night.
Sharon, good night, everybody.